So hi and welcome to today's 10-minute workout. So I've been doing a little bit of thinking about backs. Today is backs because I've just taught a HIIT and Pilates session this morning, so my legs are a little bit wobbly. And so I was thinking, what are most people's worries about backs? Well, we have addressed any kind of lower back pain that people may be getting, but another thing that worries people for sure is that the upper back ends up quite rounded. As we get older, that sort of hunchback kind of position, and then the neck tends to respond and come into this position here. So that can put undue pressure on the neck and the back, and to be honest, that's something that we can work on quite nicely. So I have today decided that we're going to do some work with a towel. So just a normal kind of beach towel or bath towel, and if you fold it in half lengthways, it's not origami, I promise. Fold it in half lengthways and then fold it in half the other way and then roll it up. You're going to know what I mean. You basically want to get that kind of shape, just the kind of sausage shape, and it has to be a bath towel or a beach towel because that's the size that it needs to be. So what we're going to do is a few exercises with this. Trust me, you are going to be working hard as well, so it isn't just stretching and opening out through that upper back. We need to be strong in this position, so it's not about just being mobile, it's about being strong and holding yourself there. So first of all, we're going to place it lengthways along the back, and we're aiming for the towel to be here basically. So there you go, we're placing it that way. You may want to get a pillow for your head, but it's just about fine without. So we're going to lie down on that to start with your head on the floor. Do you know what? It doesn't feel like a lot, but that is enough to really feel like you're opening your chest. You can see my ribs have popped up there. So unlike a lot of the other Pilates exercises, we've got to allow those to pop up a little bit and just stretch there. So the first few exercises are relatively easy. Make sure your feet are hip width apart. You tighten through your pelvic floor and work your tummy there. And then we're just breathing in and breathing out and lowering your arms out to the side. Breathe in and then bring them up into a V shape here. Breathing in, breathing out. So this should be stretching through the upper back. So we're just going for more of a kind of stretching kind of thing to start with, to really feel like we're opening out through that upper back. A lot of you will feel a bit tight through here, maybe through working from home at a different desk, a different chair, perhaps on laptops where you actually have to curve and curl forwards quite a lot. Slow it down with your breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. And a couple more. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Now we're going to think about having the roller or the towel widthways, and we're going to try and get it here, so sort of just about bra strap level, but maybe just a little bit below. So it's there, and you're going to have to shuffle it around a little bit. So now we're kind of balancing on it a little bit with the hands behind the head and feet hip width apart. This is where you start to work a little bit harder. So you're coming over it, you're stretching your back over it, and then we're crunching. Stretching your back over, so trying to open out and crunch. Good. So this is where the slightly harder work comes in. Yes, this is a little bit of abdominal work. Good. Stretching over and crunching. Make sure you draw in your tummy as you crunch. Suddenly the sun's come out for my workout. That's nice, isn't it? Draw in your tummy as you crunch. Now, knees and toes together. Stay in that slightly crunched position, although you've got the roller stretching you as well. We're picking up the hip and we're rolling the knees from side to side. And what that does is it kind of directs the stretch to that upper back. Let's come down actually with the head and roll from side to side. So what you'll find is the stretch is directed to where this rolled up towel is, with the knees rolling from side to side. Good. Cool. So hands behind your head again, coming into that crunch again. You can adjust this roll to wherever you feel is the best position. I'm going to try with it a little bit lower down because I find that a little bit more challenging on the abs. Up, up, down, down. So squeezing in through your tummy, up, up, down, down. And we're just sort of balancing on that roller. This is really good to strengthen the back. Good. And if you've lowered it down like me, that will suddenly make it harder. If that's too hard, bring it a little bit further up. I think I've got it in exactly the right spot now. 2 more. And then we're going to swap legs. Good. 2. 10 on this side now. 4. 7, drop the shoulders, 9, 10, amazing. And then you can just stretch over it there. Good. Okay, so if we bring the roller a little bit higher up, lots of people worry about what we call a dowager's hump, which is a lumpy bit here, a fatty lump here, and it comes from having your head poking forwards for too long. So we want to draw the head back. So if you have the roller or the rolled up towel here, we're just going to stretch the chin back over it. So you have your hands behind your head, make sure your feet are hip width apart and your tummy's nice and strong down here, and you push your head down. You tuck your chin at the same time as trying to push the back of the head down towards the floor. And what you're doing essentially is levering over this towel a little bit. Good. And release, push back, and release. Couple more. Good. And as we're working higher up through the body, we're going to do an exercise for that slightly poked chin. I'm going to call this back because where else would that fit in? And frankly, next week I think I might do a whole session on the neck itself, strengthening around the neck. So, because we're going to put that in the back section, back, spine, yes. So let's open out the towel and have it like so, holding on to either end of it, and we're going to tuck it behind the head here. So you're lifting the arms, you're dropping the shoulders, and what I want you to do is push your head back into the towel. Now what this is doing is tucking the chin, lengthening the back of the neck, strengthening the neck muscles, and straightening out that slightly chin poked position. Tech neck, I think they call it these days. So strong with the arms, pushing back. We're going to hold for 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. And what you should probably feel is a little bit of stretching up through the back of the neck and a little bit of work through the front of the neck. Now, if you don't feel it quite so specific, don't worry too much. So behind the head here, arms out, strengthens the shoulders a little bit, strengthens your posture, come up tall, push back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So just go easy on these. I don't want anyone to get any neck pain as a result, although always when you're trying to work on something you have to expect a little bit of a sensation. So last one, behind the head, stretch the arms out so you've got a nice tension through the towel and push the head back. It feels like you're squashing your windpipe and your esophagus a little bit at the front. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lovely. Okay, so going back to a few of the standard exercises that we've done quite a few times. On the front, onto your elbows. Good. And I want you to drop through the shoulders and push and lift up and away. Drop down through the shoulders, push up and away. Good, squeezing in through your tummy. Good. And this is all about the back. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears as well. Great. Three, two, one. Lovely. Lying down on your front, tuck your chin, lengthen the back of the neck, bottom tucked under, arms to the side. Lift and down. We've done these, I don't know, probably 50% of the workouts have had these in as far as backs are concerned. But if we're going to stretch out that back and try and straighten out that curve, flatten the curve, there we go. Always got to bring it back to coronavirus. Pulling your shoulder blades together, tucking the chin, forehead almost on the floor. I was lifting my head up too far. It's partly because I've got the microphone tucked down my top at the front. Okay, let's carry on with these. 1, 2, let's try and get 20 done. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, where? 10. Let me finish this off. Badly? Cameron's bleeding. Badly, Lily? Badly? Oh God, okay, right, so we are done. Workout shortened by middle child bleeding. I'm not quite sure what's happened. They don't seem too panicky. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. Oh, 12 minutes 19, that's probably a good time to stop anyway. And I'll see if I've got enough energy to do legs tomorrow. Take care, guys. Go and sort out my child.